So last time we have discussed the following. What is spreadsheet, basic tasks in Excel, and some terminologies in spreadsheet. So for today, we will be discussing the basic tasks in PowerPoint, animations and transitions, inserting video into your PowerPoint, PowerPoint tips and tricks, and some terminologies in PowerPoint. So what is presentation software? It allows you to display information in the form of an electronic slideshow. Slides in a slideshow can contain text, images, clip art, graphical representations of data like charts, audio, animation, and video, as well as links to external sources and other items. These slideshows that are created with presentation software can be used in a number of ways. Slideshows can be projected on a screen in order to add visual elements to a lecture or presentation being given. They can be distributed electronically for users to view or print from their own computers. Or they can be set as a self-running show, for example, at a kiosk. Basic tasks for creating a PowerPoint presentation. So first we have choosing a theme. When you open PowerPoint, you'll see some built-in themes and templates. A theme is a slide design that contains matching colors, fonts, and special effects like shadows, reflections, and more. On the File tab of the ribbon, select New and then choose a theme. PowerPoint shows you a preview of the theme with 4 color variations to choose from on the right side. Click Create or pick a color variation and then click Create. So this is an example of creating a new PowerPoint presentation. So we can also insert a new slide. On the Home tab, click the bottom half of New Slide and pick a slide layout. So we have New Slide under the Home tab. We can also save your presentation. On the File tab, choose Save, pick or browse to a folder. In the file name box, type a name for your presentation and then choose Save. Note, if you frequently save files to a certain folder, you can pin the path so that it is always available. We can also add some text. So select a text placeholder and begin typing. We can also format the text. So by selecting the text, under Drawing Tools, choose Format. And we can do one of the following. So to change the color of your text, choose Text Fill and then choose a color. To change the outline color of your text, choose Text Outline and then choose a color. To apply a shadow, reflection, glow, bevel, 3D rotation, a transform, choose Text Effects and then choose the effect you want. Add pictures. On the Insert tab, do one of the following. So to insert a picture that is saved on your local drive or an external server, choose Pictures, browse for the picture and then choose Insert. To insert a picture from the web, choose Online Pictures and use the search box to find a picture. So we have here Insert Pictures, then we can search from the internet or from a search engine, whatever type of picture we wanted to insert. And then we click Insert. We can also add shapes. So you can add shapes to illustrate your slide. On the Insert tab, select Shapes and then select a shape from the menu that appears. In the slide area, click and drag to draw the shape. Select the Format or Shape Format tab on the ribbon. Open the Shape Styles gallery to quickly add a color and style, including shading, to the selected shape. So we have here a representation of a drawing tools wherein we can select shape fill, shape outline, and shape effects. Then we also have different styles for the shapes. Add speaker notes. Slides are best when you don't cram in too much information. You can put helpful facts and notes in the speaker notes and refer to them as you present. To open the Notes pane at the bottom of the window, click Notes, this icon, and then click inside the Notes pane below the slide and begin typing your notes. So this is an example of creating a notes or speaker notes in your PowerPoint presentation. So next, give your presentation. On the slideshow tab, do one of the following. So to start the presentation at the first slide, in the Start Slideshow group, click from beginning. If you're not at the first slide and want to start from where you are, click from current slide. If you need to present to people who are not where you are, click Present Online to set up a presentation on the web and then choose one of the following options. Broadcast your PowerPoint presentation online to a remote audience or view your speaker notes as you deliver your slideshow. Get out of slideshow view. So to get out of the slideshow view at any time on the keyboard, you press Escape. So animations and transitions. Animations control how objects move into, off, and around your slides. Transitions control how your presentation moves from one slide to the next. So the following slides teaches you how to create animations and transitions. It also teaches how to spell check your document, how to use the online and slides tabs, and how to use the sorter view and print. So adding animations. So you can animate the objects on your PowerPoint slides. PowerPoint provides 4 types of animations. We have entrance, emphasis, exit, and motion path. An entrance animation determines the manner in which an object appears on a slide. For example, an object can move into a slide. An emphasis animation does something to draw attention to an object. For example, the object can become larger. An exit animation determines the manner in which an object leaves a slide. For example, an object can move off a slide. A motion path animation determines how an object moves around the slide. For example, an object can move from left to right. After you add an animation, you can use the custom animation pane to modify it by choosing an effect. Choosing an effect enables you to define what starts the animation, its properties, such as the direction from which an object moves into the slide, and control the speed of the animation. In addition, you can have an animation start when you click the mouse. Start along with the previous animation or start a specified time after the previous animation. If the auto preview box is checked on the custom animation pane, PowerPoint provides you with preview of your animation after you create it and each time you modify it. You can also use the play button as seen in this icon on the custom animation pane to preview an animation. To choose an effect, first is to select the object you want to animate. Choose the animations tab. Click the custom animation button. The custom animation pane appears. Click the add effect button. A menu will appear. Choose the type of effect you want. A sub-menu appears. Click the effect you want and PowerPoint applies the effect. To modify an effect, you click the down arrow next to the start field on the custom animations pane and then select the start method you want. Click the down arrow next to the property field on the custom animations pane and select the property you want. The property field might be labeled direction, size, or some other property. Click the down arrow next to the speed field on the custom animations pane and then select the speed you want to apply to your animation. So to view the animation, you click the play button on the custom animations pane. Add transitions. So transitions determine how your presentations move from one slide to the next. So for example, a slide can move up onto the screen and replace the previous slide. PowerPoint provides several transition methods. You can add sound to a transition and you can control its speed. You can apply a transition to selected slides or to all of the slides in your presentation. A transition can occur when the presenter clicks the mouse or after the amount of time you specify. So to apply a transition to selected slides, we have to perform the following. So on the Slides tab, hold down the Control key and then click the slides to which you want to apply the transition. Choose the Animations tab, then click the More button in the transition to this slide group. A menu of transitions appear. Click the transition you want to apply. PowerPoint applies the transition. As you roll your pointer over each transition, PowerPoint provides you with a live preview of the transition. To apply a transition to all slides, we have to perform the following. Choose the Animations tab, click the More button in the transition to this slide group. A menu of transitions appear. Click the transition you want to apply as you roll your pointer over each transition. PowerPoint provides you with a live preview of the transition. Click the Apply to All button in the transition to this slide group. How to add a sound to a transition. So choose the Animations tab, then click the down arrow next to the transition sound field, and then click the sound you want. As you roll your pointer over each sound, PowerPoint plays the sound. To set the speed of a transition, we have to choose the Animations tab, click the down arrow next to the transition speed field, and then click the speed you want. So if you want the transition to occur after the presenter clicks the mouse, check the On Mouse Click checkbox. If you want a transition to occur after a specified period of time, check the Automatically After checkbox and then specify the amount of time you want to elapse before the transition occurs. The On Mouse Click checkbox and the Automatically After checkbox are both located on the Animations tab in the transition to this slide group. Example of adding transition. So we have a diagram here. So we are going to first choose the Animations tab. So that's number one. And then click the More button in the transition to this slide group. A menu of transitions appear. Then click the Push Up transition as you roll your pointer over each transition. PowerPoint provides you with a live preview of the transition. So that's number three. Add sound and set the speed. Click the down arrow next to the transition sound field and then click. Click the down arrow next to the transition speed field and then click show. So advanced slide. Check the On Mouse Click checkbox and then click the Automatically After checkbox. Type 0007 in the Automatically After text box. Then click the Apply to All button. So PowerPoint applies all of your changes to all of these slides. Click slide 1 on the Slides tab. Then type 0003 in the Automatically After text box. PowerPoint changes the timing for slide 1. So here is the icon for the advanced slide. So spell check. PowerPoint checks your spelling as you type and displays errors with a red wavy line under the misspelled word. You can right-click and then select the correct spelling from the list of offerings on the menu that appears or select spelling to open the spelling dialog box. If you need to, you can initiate a spell check anytime you like. To start a spell check, do one of the following. So press F7, then choose the Review tab, and then click the Spelling button. So this spell check can also be encountered in the Microsoft Word application. So if the spell check finds a possible spelling error, the spelling dialog box opens with the spelling error highlighted. You can respond in several ways. So we have here the spell check. So we have not in dictionary, change to suggestion. There is also an option. Then there is also several ways how to respond to the spell check. So we have ignore, change, add, autocorrect, ignore all, change all, suggest, and close. So we have here a table for response and the procedure. So do not change spelling is we click ignore. Correct spelling, click the correct spelling in the suggestions box and then click change. Add to dictionary, click add. Word is correct, do not change presentation, click ignore all. Word is incorrect, change entire presentation, then click change all. Next, we have use slide sorter view. So after you have created your PowerPoint slides, you can move, cut, copy, paste, duplicate, navigate, and view them in sorter view. To view the slides in sorter view, do one of the following. So choose the view tab and then click the slide sorter button in the presentation views group. Click the slide sorter button in the bottom right corner of the PowerPoint window. So we have here some tasks and procedures under the slide sorter view. So move to first slide, use Control plus Home. Move to last slide, use Control plus End. Move to next slide, use the right arrow. Move to previous slide, use the left arrow. Select a slide, single-click the slide. Open a slide in normal view, double-click the slide. For select slides, we have select a single slide, click the slide you want to select. Then for selecting multiple slides, hold down the control key, click the slides you want to select. How to delete a slide? Select the slide or slides you want to delete, press the delete key. Select the slide or slides you want to delete, choose the home tab, and then click the delete button. For copying a slide, you select the slide, choose the home tab, then click the copy button in the clipboard group. Select the slide or you can also press Ctrl plus C. So paste a slide, select the slide after which you want the new slide or slides to appear. Choose the home tab, click the paste button in the clipboard group. Select the slide after which you want the new slide or slides to appear, or you can also press Ctrl plus V. Cut a slide. So select the slide or slides you want to cut, choose the home tab, then click the cut button. This is like a scissor icon in the clipboard group. Select the slide or slides you want to cut or press Ctrl plus X. Move a slide. Select the slide or slides you want to move, drag it to the new location. To duplicate a slide, select the slide or slides you want to duplicate or just press Ctrl plus D. How to print? So PowerPoint provides you with many printing options. You can print a large view of your slides or you can print your slides as handouts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 9 slides per page. You can also print your notes, pages, or the outline view of your slides. So to print, you click the Microsoft Office button, a menu appears, then click print and click print preview. So click the down arrow next to the print what field in the page setup group and then select what you would like to print. A preview appears on screen. So click print and the print dialog box appears. So click the down arrow next to the color or grayscale field to select whether you want your slides to print in color, grayscale, or black and white. So if you are using a black and white printer, choose black and white and you will use less ink or toner. Then click OK. So how to insert and play a video file. So depending on the version of PowerPoint that you're using, you can insert an embedded video or link to a video file stored on your computer. Inserting an embedded video is convenient, but it increases the size of your presentation. A linked video keeps your presentation file smaller, but links can break. So we recommend storing presentations and linked videos in the same folder. So how to embed a video stored on your PC? So in normal view, click the slide that you want the video to be in. On the Insert tab, click the arrow under Video and then click Video on my PC. In the Insert Video box, click the video that you want and then click Insert. So how to link to a video stored on your PC? To help prevent broken links, we recommend copying the video into the same folder as your presentation and then linking to it there. So in normal view, click the slide where you want the link to be video to the video to be in. On the Insert tab, click the arrow under Video and then click Video on my PC. In the Insert Video box, click the file that you want to link to, click the down arrow next to the Insert button, and then click Link to File. So we also have some PowerPoint tips and tricks. So the first one is create a custom background. There are a lot of people who think that the stock PowerPoint slide size is the only size option. This is actually not the case. Here's how you can create your own custom slide size. So first is open file, then select page setup, type the height and width that you want, and you can do it in inches or you can do it in pixels if you prefer. Then click OK. Next is creating your own custom template. If the stock PowerPoint templates just aren't doing it for you, then you can actually create your own. So PowerPoint has a master editor that lets you create a custom slide that you can then use as a template. So here's how. Select the Themes tab. On the far right side, click Edit Master and then Slide Master. Edit the template as you see fit. You can do pretty much whatever you want. Then click Close Master. This will change all current and future slides to the one you just created. This is a great way to customize your PowerPoint presentation with a little touch of personality without doing it to every slide individually. Another thing is aligning all your graphics. So sometimes you just want to get the images you added to line up. You can always try to line them up by eye, but why go through the hassle when you can align them without issue using built-in PowerPoint features? So select all of the objects you want by clicking on one, then hold Shift and select the rest of them. At the top, find the Click Align. It also may be labeled Distribute. Choose whatever type of alignment you'd like. So the images should line up appropriately in a way that you just can't do by eye alone. Next is we can also format the pictures. So new in PowerPoint 2013 is a much easier way to format your images. You can add some cursory effects and add a little sheen to an otherwise bland image. So right click on an image and select Format Picture. On the right side, a bar will pop up with the formatting options. It's fun to play around in there and see all of the various things you can do. So adding a little formatting can turn a flat, drab image into something a little more interesting with minimal effort. We can also make your title stand out. So you can also format words much like you can format images. So right click on the text you want to format and click on Format Text Effects. Once again, that is all you need to do. There are a bunch of formatting options that will pop open on the right hand side for you to use. As with images, the best practice is to play around with the various options and see which ones you like. Next is custom or create custom animations. So if the current selection of animations aren't your style, then you can also create your own custom animation. So this one is a little tricky, so you'll have to tinker around to get them exactly how you want them. So go to the animation tab, then click on the down arrow in the animations gallery box until you see a custom path. This is where it gets tricky. So once you select the custom path, you'll be able to draw your own animation. It may take a few tries to get the hang of how it works, so don't get frustrated. So once you're done, test your new creation. This one takes some time to get right, but once you do, you'll never have to use a pre-made animations again. You can also indicate transition duration. So this one is a simple trick and it's been around for a long time. So unfortunately, it's vastly undervalued and people should use it more often. So first is to click on the transition tab. In a box to the right side is the ability to change the time on the transition. Sometimes transitions are too slow or too fast, and this is a great way to add a little tweak to make things a lot more efficient. There is no need to let a great PowerPoint get wasted by transitions that are too slow or too fast. Next, we can also combine shapes. So not everyone has Adobe Photoshop, and that makes things like logo design difficult. So if you need something simple that you can draw shapes and combine them in PowerPoint. So first is draw the shapes you want to combine. There are a load of shapes in a load of colors. You can access them in the Insert tab. So select all of the shapes you wish to combine by using Control and clicking. Under the Format tab, click the Merge Shapes button, then click Combine. Using this simple trick, you can create your own custom images to add a little pizzazz to your presentations. Next, you can also zoom in and out your slides. So sometimes there is a part of a slide that needs more attention. A chart or a graph is a good example. You may just want to make sure one point is effectively shown. In the presenter view, there is a magnifying glass at the bottom. Once you click on that, drag to where you want to zoom in and click again. After you're zoomed in, you can use the hand tool to move around so you can show other things while zoomed in. Once you're done, click the magnifying glass again to zoom back out. This is a great way to have more control over your presentations and show people something different. We can also add audio across slides. So audio on PowerPoint is not the easiest thing. There are tools for audio including the ability to add audio tracks across multiple slides. This is great if you want to add a soundtrack to your PowerPoint. So first is click the Insert tab and then click Audio. Click on Audio Online. So browse your computer and find the audio file you want to add. Finally, click Play in background so PowerPoint knows to play this in the background of your presentation. With that, your presentation will have a background sound. You can use music or something more subtle like animal noises or other white noises like surf or wind blowing in the trees. Anything to add more or some ambience and make your presentations more enjoyable. So tips for creating an effective presentation. So consider the following tips to keep your audience interested. So first is minimize the number of slides. So to maintain a clear message and to keep your audience attentive and interested, keep the number of slides in your presentation to a minimum. Next is choose an audience-friendly font size. So the audience must be able to read your slides from a distance. Generally speaking, a font size smaller than 30 might be too difficult for the audience to see. Keep your slide text simple. So you want your audience to listen to your information. Instead of reading the screen, use bullets or short sentences and try to keep each item to one line. Some projectors crop slides at the edges so that long sentences might be cropped. Use visuals to help express your message. So pictures, charts, graph, and smart art graphics provide visual cues for your audience to remember. Add meaningful art to complement the text and messaging on your slides. As with text, however, avoid including too many visual aids on your slide. Next is make labels for charts and graph understandable. Use only enough text to make label elements in a chart or graph comprehensible. Apply subtle, consistent slide backgrounds. So choose an appealing, consistent template or theme that is not too eye-catching. You don't want the background or design to detract from your message. So, however, you also want to provide a contrast between the background color and text color. So the built-in themes in PowerPoint set the contrast between a light background with dark colored text or dark background with light colored text. Check the spelling and grammar. So to earn and maintain the respect of your audience, always check the spelling and grammar in your presentation. So this is very important. So now let's proceed with some presentations terminology. We have action button. So an action button is an item that can be added to a presentation that contains pre-programmed commands for performing commonly done tasks. An example of an action button is the right pointing arrow, which when clicked during a presentation will advance the viewer to the next slide. Animation. Animation refers to visual effects that are added to individual items such as titles, bulleted text, and graphics on a slide rather than to the slide itself. Animation that is applied to the changing of one slide to the next is known as transition. Next, we have bullets or bulleted list. A bulleted list is used to enter key points or phrases. Each key point or phrase begins with a bullet, which is a small dot, square, or other graphic. The enter key on the keyboard is used to end one list item and begin another one with a new bullet. So the bulleted list layout is the preferred method of presenting text in a slideshow. Next, we have the color theme, a predefined set of complementary colors that can be applied to elements in a PowerPoint presentation. Design theme. A design theme is a predefined set of formatting options that control the look and feel of your presentation. So theme settings include backgrounds, layout, colors, font sizes, and bullets. Flip. Flipping an object either horizontally or vertically will create a mirror image of the object in the direction that is chosen. Next, we have handouts. So when printing a PowerPoint presentation, it is important to check the print settings before sending the file to print. One of the options most commonly used is to print a presentation is the handouts option rather than full page slides. So the handouts options allows you to print multiple slides on a page, saving paper, ink, and toner. Handout master. So the master view that determines the layout and formatting of the printable handouts. Next is layout or slide layout. So when adding a new slide to a presentation, you must first decide on the type of layout you would like to use. There are several different types of layouts available in PowerPoint, and the layout that you choose depends on the type of information that you will be displaying on the slide. For example, the first introductory slide in a presentation would most likely use the title slide layout. So while a bulleted slide layout would be more appropriate for a slide that is covering several key points presented in a list. Other slide layouts include content layout, which could contain items such as images, video, and charts. And section header layout, which assists you in breaking up and separating sections of a larger presentation into manageable parts. In addition to the predefined layouts, you can also choose the blank layout option, which would allow you to place items whenever you would like to on the slide. Next is the master or slide master. So the slide master is a template that stores all of the design options that you would like to apply, including font styles, the placeholder sizes and positions, color schemes and background designs, and images. So the power of the slide master comes when you would like to make a change to all slides in a presentation. So for example, if you would like to add a logo or image to the bottom right corner of all slides in your slideshow, you could simply add the image to the slide master in the desired location. So every slide based on the slide master would then have the image added to it. The slide master can also be used to make global changes in formatting such as the font type, size, bullet shape, and color. There are also similar master templates for speaker notes and handouts. We have next normal view. So the normal view in PowerPoint displays three items as you work on creating your presentation. So the items in the normal view are the slides and outline pane found on the left of side of the window. The slide pane, which is the main area of the window for making on the content of your slides, and the notes pane found at the bottom of the window. Next, we have the Notes Master. The Notes Master view determines the layout and formatting of the printable speaker's note. So we can also see the definition of the master and slide master. Notes pane. So the notes pane is the white area at the bottom of the PowerPoint window, directly below the main slide pane. It is used to add speaker notes to your slides that will not appear to your audience during the slideshow. Next, we have the Notes page view. The Notes page view displays an image of the current slide as well as any notes that have been added to it in the Notes pane. In the Notes page view, the area in which you can type is larger and allows you to add additional items to your notes such as images. Next, we have the outline view. So this is found on the left side of the PowerPoint window with the slides and outline pane. You control how the pane displays your presentation in this pane by using slides and outline tabs at the top of the pane. So the slide view will show miniature images of your slides, complete with images, layout, and formatting, while the outline view will only show the text in bullet form that exists on each slide. So the outline view is very useful for proofreading an entire presentation, editing text, or exporting text-based content to another application such as Microsoft Word. Placeholder. So a placeholder on the slide is a holding area where you will add your content. When you choose a particular slide layout, it will include the standard placeholders in the shape of a rectangle in which you can click to either type text or insert another item such as images. Additional placeholders can be added to the standard slide layout as needed. Next, we have the presentation file. So the presentation file is the end result of what is created using the PowerPoint application. The presentation file contains any work that you have done in PowerPoint such as your slides, text, images, sound, transitions, animations, timing settings, and notes pages. Rotate. Rotating an object is the action of turning an object on a slide so that it faces another direction. So when a placeholder is selected in PowerPoint, a green dot will appear at the top of the placeholder. This dot can be used to rotate the object to the desired new angle. Slide. A slide is an individual page or screen in a slideshow. Content such as text, bullets, images, sounds, animations are added to each slide. Slide layout. So we already defined the slide layout, which consists of different types such as the title slide layout, a bulleted slide layout, the content layout, and the section header layout. Slide Master is a template that stores all of the design options that you would like to apply, including font styles, placeholder sizes, and positions. It also includes color schemes and background designs and images. The power of the Slide Master comes when you would like to make a change to all slides in a presentation. So like we have mentioned a while ago, if you want to add a logo or images to the bottom right corner of all slides in your slideshow, you could simply add the images to the slide master in the desired location. Next, we have the slideshow. A slideshow is a series of slides that are saved together in a presentation and are displayed to an audience in sequence. A slideshow can be manually advanced from slide to slide by the presenter or made self-running based on timing settings saved in the presentation file. In PowerPoint, you can view your slideshow using the slideshow menu and have the option to begin from the beginning of the presentation or from the current slide that you are working on. Next, the slide sorter view. So in PowerPoint, this allows you to view thumbnail versions of all slides contained in a presentation on one screen. So this view is commonly used to duplicate, delete, or rearrange slides in a slideshow. You can also add or modify slide transitions and timing and make a change to a number of slides at once. Next, we have the template. So it is a file that you begin with when creating a new presentation. So it contains predefined settings much like a theme, but also can contain layout items and graphical items that pertain to a particular topic or type of presentation. So examples of existing template in Microsoft PowerPoint includes calendars, agendas, flyers, labels, reports, and certificates. It is also possible to create your own template if there is a specific type of presentation that you create frequently. Next, we have the theme or design theme. So it is a predefined set of formatting options that control the look and feel of your presentation. So it means the aesthetic of your theme. So theme settings include backgrounds, layout, colors, font, sizes, and bullets. Next, timing. When creating a presentation with animation and transitions, you have a choice as to how and when items appear. One option is to have items appear when the presenter clicks the mouse button. The second option is to set timing options on the individual animations so that they occur on their own with no intervention needed by the presenter. Most often, a combination of both options is used. For example, the transition from slide to slide may be set to manual so that the presenter controls when the slideshow advances based on how long it takes to complete the topic on the slide. In the same presentation, however, individual animations may be set on the slide, such as, for example, bullets that fly in from the right. This may be set to automatically appear after 2 to 3 second delay. Transitions. Transitions is a slideshow referred to the animation that is applied to make one slide forward to the next. Slide transitions range from simple to quite dramatic and should be used selectively for effect as too much movement on the screen can cause viewer distraction. Often, the very basic blank transition is best. So this transition simply changes the view from one slide to the next without special animation. Views. There are different ways to view your presentation while working in PowerPoint, and each has its own purpose. Views are broken into two groups, presentation and master. So example of presentation views include normal, slide sorter, and notes. While master view includes the slide master, handout master, and notes master.